So how would you go and get people involved in the state legislature?
Well, listening. I think that by listening to people who really know that you've heard them, I think sometimes now, if I know there are some people who've told me, well, they don't get any response from their senator, or they don't even get a reply. That's not going to happen with me. Anybody who knows me knows that I reply to all my emails and I reply to my phone calls. So I think getting people involved, hearing what it is that they are concerned about, is one way. Now I think there's some other things that people are skeptical about. Whenever people who are running for office are getting money from the very people that they're regulating. Now this is not the legislature, but Public Service Commission or whatever it may be, and you're getting money from the people who you regulate. Well, who are you going to be listening to? Are you going to be listening to your public, or are you going to be listening to the people who gave you all this money? I think that needs to be taken care of. I think the revolving door whereby senators, as soon as they're out, they're now back as a lobbyist, needs to be changed. They need to be out several years before, because they have an unfair advantage compared to the average typical citizen of who they talk to and how they're going to do that. I think also we need an ethics commission, an independent ethics commission that is going to help to keep an eye on what's going on across government in general.
Well, I've noticed in the newspaper recently there's been a lot of discussion on how much being state senator actually pays. What do you think the relationship to the pay and the average citizen being able to run for those offices? Is there a connection there?
There is, unfortunately. $12,000 is what a state senator is paid, and oftentimes people think that's enough for a part-time job, but most people don't realize that a senator does more than the sessions that it's in. They're holding hearings, doing all kinds of work outside of those so-called dates when the Senate is in session. And I think that with some of the things that happens is that who do you get to run? Well, you get somebody, I can retire and I can afford to do this, and I'm willing to do that. But suppose you're John Q. Citizen. Are you going to give up your job? You know, there was an article in the Omaha World Herald back several months ago where several new senators didn't realize that this was going to cost them so much financially to run for office. I think we need campaign finance reform that would help. That's sort of a different angle, but it costs a lot of money to run for office.
Certainly does.
But if we had campaign finance reform, ordinary citizens might be able to get into the process, which they can't now.
Yeah.
So it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Well, Vern, thank you so much for coming today.
Well, thank you. My pleasure.
You've been watching the Lancaster County Democrats' Watchful Citizens Show. My guest today has been Dr. Vern Barrett. He's running for District 21 for the state unicameral. And I encourage everybody to come to our monthly Lancaster County Democrats meetings. They're every third Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the Communication Workers of America Union Hall at 25th and N Streets. And they start at 7 p.m. and there you'll get to meet all of our many candidates that we have running this year. It's a really exciting year for Democrats, and we really encourage you to get involved. You can come down, you can be part of the Central Committee. You can volunteer for the candidates that you support, and there's lots of jobs and lots of things that you can do. So thanks for watching.